Howdy there, y'all. Welcome to the reign of Ol Gillespie. I'm going to be doing some outward playing to get me as much jam as humanly possible. Let's begin. Oh, my old bones, they don't like these loading screens like they used to. All my life I've lived within the safety of Scherzo, spared the brutality of the world outside. But life in Ori is never that easy for a humble jam farmer. For all the safety that my tribe provides, our laws are harsh. We are judged not as individuals, but as bloodlines. The failures of my bloodline weigh heavy upon me. My grandmother brought ruin to our tribe long ago, bringing a heavy blood price upon my family. We've paid the debt caused by her actions ever since. I joined an expedition across the sea with my old friend Izan, hoping the money made there will be enough to clear my debts. This was a mistake. I'm lucky to still be breathing after our ships hit rocks on the return voyage. Now I have no choice but to pick myself up yet again and face the wild, untamed land outside the walls. I must carve out my own future as a jam mogul, or die trying. Oh good, another loading screen. I'm naked! Ah! Good for my bones. I'm taking this. Ooh. Still got a mean right hook from the days I used to sell more than jam. Ah, yes. The source of all my power. Gabberies. Maybe I should put on clothes. Oh my, I have seen some things in my long life. That I have. What I truly need to see is more of them jamberries. These big old seashells might be of interest to some others, but you cannot turn them into jam. Oh well, may as well drink the sea. Tastes like I might die. Sure is mighty light with this torch to be on. This doesn't seem to be working out so well for you, stranger. Bread! That'll go well with some jam.
Hey there.
Yes, I'm alive, Xanar Jensen. You know that as well as I do. Ol Gillespie, you're alive. You must be freezing. Come warm up by the fire before you freeze to death. Where are we, Zan? The last thing I remember was our ship hitting a rock.
We're not far from home. You can see the lighthouse from here, can't you?
Ito made it out too. He's making his way home to Cierzo to go get help. Also, my voice acting is horribly inconsistent and somewhat stilted. Ito made it out alive too? Thank you, Lat.
He's a Kazite. He was born on a ship.
This probably isn't the first time he's had to survive a shipwreck or only recording half the lines.
Go ahead and sleep in one of the extra bedrolls.
I will prefix that statement by saying if you're still feeling too injured from the shipwreck, you should go ahead and sleep in one of the bedrolls I laid out. And I'll keep watch for Ito and rescuers. Thank you, Izan. Your name has too many things that are nearly vowels. I'm gonna search this place for things I could make into jam! Oh, it's a good day. Oh, it's a good day. Sorry, my eyesight is not so good and my hands are weirdly inconsistent. But one of these days... One of these days... Give me the jam berries. They are my right. My spiritual right. Oh, jamberries. Hey! Oh, it's hard being a jam farmer in the times where the jam sometimes turns out to be an ethereal squid entity from another chaos dimension. I got this torch in the abject daylight. Sure hope these don't run out or nothing. Starfish, could you be made into jam? Oh, I sees him. I sees him. Gotta pay off my debt somehow, and how I know is jam. Beetle. Beetle jam. That'll sell. Howdy, little jam tart. It's jolly good to see y'all. And thank you for coming on over. I mighty enjoyed your stream. We'll steal this machete. Don't know if I told you, but back in the days, I was a meth farmer. High risk, high reward. Seeing a lot of tentacles in chat, and I appreciate them. I do, I rightly do. Well, the music in my head is back. That means it's time to be possessed by Satan again. I'm sorry, hyena, but you have got to be... Oh, I'm infected by hyena disease. I truly hate hyena disease. This hyena has a Well, it's mighty nice to meet you, hyena. Everything you own will one day be jam. Wah! Come here! Come here and face your fate as jam! Ah! Yeah, boy. Gonna make some good meat jam after this. That is a mighty fine stump finding. And I know my stump findings. Ah, berries. That's what I love, that's what I like. I appear to be... Oh no, I think I'm just bleeding to death. Nope. Ah, hell. Nope. Nope, not quite what I wanted. Oh well, I'll work it out later. You alright there, son? I'll be fine. Or if not, he'll be jam. One way or the other, it works for me. Time to go and investigate this wall they done built across my home. Oh well, I think I've got all the jam I could want. Where do I put this knife away? Well, that's a problem that'll solve itself in due course. So yes, I'm going to reminisce a little bit about my former life as an adventurer and part-time meth farmer, as I have spent around 55 hours, which translate to something like 40 years in your lifespan, playing this game. I need to sleep as I have a crippling hyena disease. Oh my god. Hey, I put my knife away. And now I go to sleep on it. Okay. I am desperately... Oh, I'm being dry roasted by the fire, my old bones. Well, now we're going to just stare at another menu for a minute while I try and find out how I can multi-stream something. Nope. No, we're just going to stare at this loading screen for a while. That we are. Here we go. Unconsciousness comes quickly, and your dreams of being ensnared in something. With a yelp, you jump out of your bed. Relief floods you as you recognize where you are. You are back in your old bed at home. The lighthouse in Charlezo. Izan must have brought you back to your family's lighthouse. Only your aching body tells you the shipwreck you suffered was not a nightmare. Well, that and the crippling debt, the dead people from the ship, and all of my lost and sunken jam. Of course, I do like to sleep face down on the floor with my head buried in a candle. That is how I sleeps. As we all know, it's good for the posture, having your head set wildly on fire. Oh, yeah. Got myself some non-stolen off a corpse clothes. No. Ah, that's a bit more better. time to get changed. These appear to be roughly the same. Oh no, Ol Gillespie cannot have his mighty bald head covered up. No, 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 no. I think I shall keep the rest of this, because if my memory do serve me correctly... Ah, yes. The lifetime inheritance of my family. Elderly produce. Scattered around a windmill. Amazing, really, that the spiders who built all of these did not eat the jerky. Ah, yes. Ceviche. Jam! My family's jam! Very well. This is not jam, this is bread and jam, which you have decided to call a tartine. I know it is the food of my people, but honestly, I do believe that is quite offensive. What is this? No, you may stay there. I already have you. Right, let's go and see if I'm in any kind of unusual death situation. Not that my face says anything about that.
Rise and shine, trog spawn. You think you can nip off for 4 months and not pay what you owe the tribe?
Well, you are one well-fucking little inbred, aren't you?
A blood price is sacred. You can't just shrug off that responsibility.
I'll have you know I could be dead in another 4 months, and fully intend to be.
If I don't see the money from you by the time I count to 10, you'll regret you ever came home.
God damn, your accent is as manufactured as mine is. Maybe more so. I just woke up from a shipwreck. Have a heart, will you?
Yeah, you were on that ship too, weren't you? How many lives must your family be responsible for destroying before enough is enough?
I will have you know that the things you are yelling do not match the text you are providing me with. Well, don't stop this right now. You're being unreasonable. Don't make this violent. I will cut you all down where you stand.
If you can't make the payments you missed, we will seize your home.
Once again, you just ignore the words you handed to me on this big grey piece of cloth? I don't rightly know. Oh well.
Enough of this. 12 people are dead. Stop this shameful behavior at once.
Thank you, Vegeta. Wait. Again, we're just, cutting out bits of what y'all are saying. But you're right, it is an odd time to threaten an elderly man with death if he can't pay his debts.
To threaten someone like this while the lost lives are still fresh is an insult to their memory.
I was under the impression you were going to tell me about having declared a period of mourning where I get some free space to pay my debts with jam production.
But, Chamber Lady Aberdeen.
I'll have you know I am named after the great Dizzy Gillespie, and I will not have such sass from a whooping boy.
I said that is enough! If you want to resume discussions after the mourning period, feel free.
Oh, you two, Loracle, whatever, I would throw as much jam as them if I could, but unfortunately, I am locked into a non-jam-flinging situation.
Oliel, see these people off, would you?
Oliel!
You heard
I am sorry I did
Away
that.
with you, or I will personally see to it that you get double shifts of guard duty.
Are these not professional guards? It would seem logical that they should have fairly extreme shifts already. Oh well.
I'm sorry that was the first thing you woke up to. Please forgive them. Many of them have lost family and are not thinking straight.
I can't believe they want to seize my home. I just used to break legs for non-payment of debt. Can't you do something?
If I could do more, I would. The most I can do for you is declare a mourning period and buy you a little time.
Okay. 5 days, no one in the tribe can ask me for money. That's enough time to flee to Mexico.
That gives you a few days to pay back the money.
That gives me 5
Either
days.
gather the money or earn a tribal favor, and they won't be able to touch you. Once you can make the payment, come see me. Please find a way to make it work.
Well, then I guess I will have to head outside of these walls if I don't want to lose my jam-producing lighthouse.
That does seem like your most effective option, dangerous as it is.
Oh, you underestimate my ability to produce jam and jam byproducts, lady.
Never forget, no one is an orphan in Cierzo. Do not hesitate to ask the rest of the tribe for survival advice.
The rest of the tribe being the ones who want to make me homeless and potentially lynch me. You are a study in contradictions, woman Vegeta.
If you can do a great deed for someone in Cierzo, we will owe you a tribal favor.
I will not be handing over no tribal favor to you.
Once you're ready to leave Cierzo, speak with Burak, the Gate Warden. Remember, you only have a few days.
Yes,
May
no.
your ancestors watch over you.
I have 5 days. Why is this such a problem for you? You have told me several times in note format. Well, hope someone sells the jam recipe. No, you will not give me that sword, so you are not worth my time. You do have an interesting backstory, but again, it is not jam or jam related. Now, I happens to know with my old meth dealing ears, there is definitely jam and jam byproducts in this direction. And also, I think this may be where I left old Betsy. Ah, Betsy. Remember the days when we used to go and collect debts the old-fashioned way without the guards? That's why I got this 1,000-yard stare. I have seen and done some shit. Okay, well, this city's full of assholes, so I'm gonna rob them at Axe Point. Excuse me. No. That is under the stairs. That was where I lived as a boy. And an opportunity for aha crime. Well, waste not, want not. I do recall the first time I stole from that chest, it was significantly better, but that was many, many years ago. Times are tough. Okay then. Nothing in the trash bins for me. Why do we have a whale? Why do we have half a whale? Where is this other half? This is the happiest mutant swordfish I have ever done seen, and I have not seen it before now. We have a similar emotional range, though, and I appreciate that in a fish. Anyway, this is not going to be any closer to jam or jam byproduct production. Oh, hold to go in, press to get out. That's how I likes it. Excuse me, does anyone here have jam to sell me? Or rather, the means of producing jam, so that I might sell jam upon you. Do not sheathe old Betsy. Old Betsy is our negotiator and our problem solver. Ah, you one of them traveling Soroborean. I'm rightly sorry, I do not pronounce your name so good, but I happen to know that you have been recently announced in the DLC, which I am most excited about.
Greetings, friend.
You will sell me the way to produce... You will not. You will not. Well, allow me to sell you some skins and meat. And, well, yes, I am in horrible debt. You may have all of these things. I must just try this on in case that happens to be a dress. Confirm transaction. Thank you. It is... Where are my clothes? Well! Ol Gillespie's definitely more comfortable in this. This is what I was meant to wear. I, fail to see how this might not be considered pants, but... Very well, then. Well, I'm off on my business. My business may be more crime than jam than initially expected, because none of you will sell me jam.
Can I help you?
I actually do not
Stay
care.
safe.
I forgot. I don't like anyone in the city. You are all horrible people.
Is there something you need?
Yes, it is a recipe for jam. Jam? Nope, no jam. Well, guess I'm gonna die here. Ooh, a cooking pot. I do believe I need one of these. And, I think I always need one of these for my fish jams. I have pressed the wrong button, and then somehow... You know what? You may as well buy my spiced beetles. I do not know how to make beetle jam as of yet, despite the fact it seems like you could just hit it with a hammer. Also, you may have that. Fish! Fish, come here. I wish to turn you into jam. Also, if some group of folks were to be listening to me via the magic of my... whoa! Ooh. I'm getting too old for this kung fu nonsense. But yeah, if some peoples happen to be eavesdropping on my private mental conversation and it was, say, incessantly loud, please do point that out. But... I am terribly sorry I've stuttered you. I was hoping you could direct me to jam. You are also the largest bird I have ever done seen.
Greetings, friend.
Fishmonger, you will sell jam. Nope. Oh, hold on. Hold on. My old brains just don't remember that there is a chef in this town. Some more of them large birds. Mm-hmm.
Can I help you?
Yes, you can. I hope you can. Well, I may die. I can't even commit suicide, right? Ooh, sorry, that was dark. Well, time to just go and jam berries together until they produce... Oh, that's why they calls it jam. 807 years I've been alive, and that's the first time I done realize that. Oh boy, I wish my house wasn't separated by a loading screen. Ah, the mystery of how to make jam. It is solved again. And now you shall all see my empire rise and fall. Mostly rise, though. Oh, nope, that is not open door. That is kick. Kick. Spry for my age. Let me reassign my old kung fu to a different space. There we go. Now it is time to go and see if that young whippersnapper that guards the gates is going to let me out to go and gather my jam supplies. So I may have to turn by a cooking pot. Feel like my jam might spoil if left too long. You boy. You have a hat that I covered.
Is there something you need?
And there we go. Thank you, Rightly. You also have enough money to pay off my debt a dozen times over. Oh, I'm rightly tired. Jam! Or rather, the concept to be jam. I'm gonna need some sticks. I say, you dear looking sir.
Whoa! Hold up there. Where do you think you're going?
I think it is clear from my attire where I'm going, son.
Oh, not like that you aren't. You need at least an equipped weapon.
Well,
if I let you adventure outside, you're pressed to find a weapon. Make yourself a quarterstaff.
No.
I'm also sure you can find a spare water skin by the water purifier on the town beach.
Okay, I will go and acquire myself a water skin by the age-old methodology of stealing one that someone left there in good faith. I'm sorry I done skipped his conversation, but I have 5 days before a gang of angry villagers break my legs and take my house. Well, thank you for that. Giant birds, unafraid of humankind, good to see you. Gathering fish. The good old days. My old peg-legged friend.
I wish I could greet you with a smile, but, well.
How are you holding up there?
Yesterday I was leading our most ambitious expedition in a decade. Now, all that's left is this wreck, and a tribe in mourning.
I don't know why you say you're not holding up much better than I am. I'm doing fantastic. I'm starting a jam empire, son. Look into my eyes and tell me this is not the face of a serious jam mogul. But, what rightly did happen? How did our ship sink so close to home in 7 feet of water?
The lighthouse wasn't lit at the time we made impact with the rocks. I'm certain.
Oh, you remember thinking that we should have seen it by now right before we hit the rock. And yet I note that it is very much on right now, despite it being day.
We lost everyone who was below the deck at the time of the accident.
Good. We lost everything. The coins, the spices, the armor and weapons, the jams, the chutneys, the preserves, the compotes, the marmalades.
Unfortunately, yes.
I will kill you.
What little we could salvage from the wreck has gone to the families of my drowned men.
You did not consult me on this. As a matter of fact, I believe that sailors who drowned in 2 feet of water when an elderly meth dealer. Ah, well. Of course, the families need all the help they can get right now. They were terrible sailors.
Kind as ever. Your parents would be proud.
My parents have been dead for over 70 years, son. I am extremely old. That is why everyone calls me Ol Gillespie.
The blood price on your head is disgusting. You weren't even born when that tragedy happened.
That should tell you how old that tragedy happens to be. And also, yes, this society is absolutely appalling and a horrible monstrosity.
Of course you do. Just because a choice is hard doesn't mean you can't take it.
And that is why you are missing 2 of your 4 limbs, is it?
I'm sorry I don't have better news. Best of luck with squaring things with Risa.
Tempted as to beat it out of you, that is the old me, and I am trying to move on as a peaceful jam salesman. Please ignore my axe.
Actually, I do have a small stash of goods I hid in case of a disaster.
That's mighty kind of you. Remember, the moon commands the stars. Your cryptic riddle will come in handy later.
Remember, you're not just a link in a chain. You're worth more than the blood in your veins.
That was a distinctly ominous statement when what you actually wrote down is remember, take care of yourself and don't be a tool for others, or you'll end with missing limbs like me and make your own path. I feel like you are trying to scare me. And I am leaving. Right after I finish stealing this machete. I hope you didn't need that. Why are you nailing fish to that? Madam, I have a number of questions. No, I have one question. Why are you nailing fish to this? Well, I can see you are not going to answer, so I will go about my business and let you continue about yours. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Oh, thank God this tree turned straight into wood without any intervention.
Greetings, friend.
Now, I do rightly have a large collection of useless trash that I would like you to purchase. No. I don't rightly believe I need any of that. Only 110 gold. Oh, hold on, you too can buy my jam.
Greetings, friend.
You have robbed me. You have robbed me with the price you offer me for my jam. I will not sell this to you at such a price. You are dead to me. In protest, I have not played this game in a mighty long time. Not this is a game, this is my life. But I cannot correctly remember. How do I put this? To teach someone a lesson. Okay, you have a force field, I see, but that should do it. As you can see, I command both the powers and the elements. You should fear my telekinetic methodology. I'm gonna make so much tartine right in front of you, son. I appear to lack jam. Oh no, I lack bread, I never lack jam. Just gonna turn off my fire. You witness how I have literal control of all of fire. You should pay me more. Well, I do rightly feel like that did not make me a significant amount of money, but there you are, buy my bread and jam. Now listen here, you whippersnapper.
Need something?
I'm going outside.
You've got the essentials at least. Here, I'll teach you a skill. There you go. Mastering skills is the key to survival out in the wild.
Don't go pretending you taught me execution, Borak Carillion. I taught you how to execute a man when you was just a boy. Well, I say I taught you how to execute someone.
All right.
I killed your father with an axe.
Comfortable letting you outside the walls. Use the door when you want to head out.
Has anyone ever told you your armor is both impractical and laughable? Farewell. And so it begins. Jam hunting and probably death by disease, starvation, and hyenas. I sure do hope there's nothing bad out here to interrupt a humble jam farmer about his business. I appear to be thirsty. As we all know, you should always look at whatever you're drinking before you drink it to make sure you haven't accidentally picked up raw moonshine. Blind for a week. I regret nothing. Oh boy. Oh, this is a good jam crop this year. Come here, tree. Rip sticks right out of you with my bare hands. So, I'm rightly sure that I could probably make significantly more money without the concept of jam, but, I do so love jam. Also, I have, many days, and also this map that I have forgotten how to use. I do believe I need to go south along here. My old man psychic senses are telling me there might be an injured young boy who could potentially be traded for... well, no, his life could be traded for a tribal favor, not him. That would imply something significantly worse than I intend to do. Also, there's this free box of random things and several butterflies. Thank you for your iron shards and bullets. I do so love a well-stocked survival shelter. And here we go. Back in the old days, I used to be a mountain goat. Ah! Well, no. I'm not doing that. Now, I believe it might be Hugh, son. Oh no, nope, that is a shrimp that's gonna murder me. Good thing I am completely invisible while crouching in 4 inches of water. Okay, shrimp, we're just gonna be a dick about it. One day I'm gonna turn you into crawdads. But if you notice, there is this injured young filmy lad just here. Now I need you to be very careful.
I can't move. A pistol strip.
Here is a bandage.
I can feel it working. Thanks a bunch.
You came back from the dead surprisingly quick, Michael Aberdeen. Ah, thank you for the tribal favour.
Don't think I'm fit to run back home just yet.
Fairly well, son. The shrimp that got you is less than 4 feet away, so I would consider your options. Oh no, it vanished into the ether. What are they, magic shrimps? Don't hold with no magic shrimps, but each to their own. Ah, I love the music I hears on my ears. I still cannot roll. Oh, also I keep forgetting that my old stamina isn't quite like it was, and I cannot run forever. Well, best go back in my hunt for jam. My jam sniffer done sensed me a good crop this year. I sniffed out something else as well. Another good old crick. Oh, pains me as it do. We may have to take off my dress for a while. I do like a good Tom Baker scarf. Oh boy. Just a little bit more of the old... Ah, there we go. Whoa! Do not consult your Twitch chat while you are trying to run off a cliff, or you... Oh! My mighty old rolling skills. Give me your eggs, you damn bird. I happen to know that you are... Ah! Boiling oil. I always love my ability to just scoop that up with my bare hands. They call that meth hand. It's an addition you get from handling a lot of meth and also eating it. Oh, well now. There sure are a lot of these hyenas about. Oh! Okay, axe. It is definitely axe time. Oh, Bessie. Oh, Bessie, protect me from the hyena. That is roll. That is not steal its skin. I learned skin stealing back in my college days. I also appear to be bleeding to death. I may return briefly to town. Oh, also I need to assign the skills that I was taught. Ah, yes. The skills of the true jam farmer. Execution by fire axe, wood axe, some kind of big old axe. Well, I have grown tired. Best squat my way around this rock. Oh, there's some jam. It is worth any risk if I can acquire jam. I too do believe I am actually bleeding to death. But I will die like I lived, screaming wildly about jam. Oh boy, oh no. Wow, these crickets sure have got a little louder in the pastimes, to an almost offensive level. Well, I suppose it is rightly my due that I should go and just gather the jam berries that give me my name. Well, my name is actually based off an old jazz band lead singer, but my jam habits have spread me far and wide across the community. Is this a... No, this is just a regular stump. I do feel mighty at home around them, but they do not contain the loots that I need to pay off my crippling debts. Oh. Aye, thank you very much for the hosting there. I really do appreciate that very much. Ol Gillespie does love being a host to the demons that plague him both internally and externally, and some of them good Twitch followers. I do not have a mining pick to acquire the salt, but then again I am fairly salty already, so I can feel the blood running out of my old body. Let us take these supplies. Tell me, bird, if I were to kill you, would you give me jam? I think I'm gonna go back for a little time and acquire something to keep the blood inside. Unfortunately, no one has yet recognized the medicinal properties of my jam. I must confess this does also not include me. It makes me most sad to see that I believe there has been what we in the business call a jam nerf. Since my first days producing jam as a young lad in a different time frame, I was a more profitable trade back in the day. Made us have to move back to being a meth dealer. Oh boy. Well, there you go, young lad. This is what you get. Rip me off on my jam and I'm going to start a small fire in front of you every damn day. Nope, not disassemble. Jam! Jam! Ah, jam. No, I'm going to leave that fire on just to make things uncomfortable. Do not call me your friend. We are enemies based on your jam treatment of me. I will not be setting traps, for you cannot trap jam. It is a wily foe. No, I will keep my dress. It is the one thing I have to remind me of my mother. She too likes to steal. Oh, Gillespie's only got a few days more of jam before he is free of his debts. He can do what he's always wanted to do. Flip this town the bird and run off screaming. That is a fearsome hat, my good sir. That is a very fearsome outfit, madam. Are you on your way to commit what we in the old business used to call a crime? I would like to be involved with that if you don't mind awfully. Well, back to my lighthouse. My lonely old lighthouse that is definitely not filled with meth lab paraphernalia. I'm gonna get a bit of sleep, put my legs up, seeing as one of them is no longer attached to my rightful body, and wonder about why it's so inconsistent that things... Oh, I know I'm overweight. It's the fact that I live off a purely jam diet. I'll be storing that. That is worth too much. I would also like to know how to make ceviche. It's not jam, but it'll do. Dress. You will need to stay in there for a minute. I will not be sleeping. Sleeping is for the weak who have time for sleep and limited access to methamphetamines. I appear to have put on this hood against my better judgment and my previous wishes. Oh well, I will sell it to make sure its devilry can never trouble my days again. I say, kind stranger, my eyes have gone white and I am having some form of stroke. Here you go. No, I would like my... Thank you.
Is there something you need?
No, I would like you to buy that. Thank you most kindly. Thank you kindly, thank you kindly. So I'm only a good old 42 gold away from a life free of the crippling debt fostered upon me by my ancestors. enough to make you want to drink salt water. Because I apparently have the prompt every 5 seconds without fair. I did forget rightly to go to sleep, did I not? Oh well, sleep is indeed for the weak. I'm gonna go down to a beach that I know of and collect some sand jam. Gathering fish. Those are not fish, those are shoes. Well, I did not need to buy this. And it makes me sad that I did. Rightly sad. It has been too long since I have been myself. When I initially started this quest, I was the hero of the heroic kingdom of Levant, and I was 400 years younger. If anyone does have any questions for Ol Gillespie, do not feel feared to ask them. I appear to have encountered something that I could have stolen. Oh no, it is just my plain old desire to drink salt water again. Hello, giant birds. We only drink clean water after the incident. Well, and there, hold on. I've done equip them arrows again. And I rightly have.
Greetings, friend.
I would like you to buy some of these. No, I fear no poison. Nor will I need an icy rag. Or a raw salmon that cannot be turned into jam. Here you go. I fear I might rightly still be bleeding to death. Oh, that is Crouch. That was Crouch, not Craft. I have been playing too many other games. By that I mean hallucinating different and wilder universes while taking my family's patented meth jam. Okay. Just a few more gold. Oh! I have accidentally entered into mortal combat with a bird. It is time to fight, bird. You and I. Only one of us will live to see dawn. It will not be you. You have struck me, bird. You have struck me well, and I admire. I forgot that. Oh. You can't stand anymore. The very act of breathing is becoming difficult. Pain racks your body as your consciousness fades. You awaken to the sight of a huntress from Jezo pouring water into your mouth. That is not medically sound. Do not do that if someone has been pecked to death by a giant bird. I swear to God. Leaning on her, you manage to hobble back to Jezo more dead than alive. She refuses payment and leaves you with a firm pat on the shoulder. She appears to have poured mud across me. Wow, what a terrible blow to the head. It almost feels like I imagined that I was a... Ooh. Thank you for my satchel. Which... Okay. Oh god. The ears are weighing down on me. But yes, it appears that blow to the head has cured my horrible and crippling, southern accent. Apologies. Bird did indeed cut me deep. But at least I'm no longer having an out-of-body third-person experience of a southern meth farmer, so, you know, I can talk a bit more about this game. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Outward. I was doing a one Persona death run. Apparently Twitch doesn't let you tag that as a challenge, but oh good lord, my death has regrown all of my jam. I feel my southern side on the rise once again. But I don't think I will be continuing with it. Primarily because I have to talk tomorrow professionally, and I can't do that. Oh, this bird has wounded me. This bird has done terrible things to me. Very well. We are going to go and take a nap, because my blood is still coming out. Good lord, I am leaking from every end. I desire sleep, some repair, and I don't feel like I'm going to be ambushed, so let's just do that. Ah, that is better. That is better. I wasted 8 hours of my grace period fighting a bird. Also, I've just remembered what the drop your bloody backpack button is. That would have been really useful fighting that stupid bird. God damn. But yes, as I briefly ranted about in a kind of partially offensive accent earlier, I don't really know. It was not intended to be. Just the Ol Gillespie character came to me, and I'm a bit of a D&D nerd, so I have a desire to embody all of my characters. There is DLC coming out for this game, and if you haven't played this game, you really should, because it is a just weirdly excellent masterpiece. Primarily because I literally could have made all the money I needed just making jam and never left this city. I have done it once before, but I kind of decided that a one and done approach would be funnier, honestly. Sandals? Well, clearly those. As we all know, open-toed sandals do provide the best defense. But yeah, there's just something wonderful about this game. Partly the music, which I will shut up for a minute and let you enjoy.
Greetings, friend.
Ah, delightful. But there's just so much about it that I'm a really big fan of. The wound system and the combat is punishing at the start, although you can cheese it a little bit towards the end. Even fairly basic enemies are still quite dangerous if you aren't paying attention. And the whole having to drop your backpack for mobility is amazing. I was almost sad when I got a backpack that let me dodge roll without dropping it, because it took away such a huge mechanic. That is me, so now I can roll freely, my stamina regenerates quicker. When I come back, I grab my satchel. Billy said come back and grab my sack. That isn't right. So I'm going to keep trying to do my my jam run, but in the interest of the fact that I already had 2 hours, I have been supplementing that by selling the items that I loot off the dead. So now, I'm going to demonstrate that I am not a scrub, and that I can in fact fight this bird. Come here, bird. Stab me once, shame on me. Bird fight! I also love the fact that the heroic music is not limited by what you're fighting. Doesn't matter if you're fighting a mouse, a pearl bird, or literally God. You will get the same dynamic-ass battle music. I'm really a fan of this character I've made. My first one was kind of a very generic Viking-y looking dude, and that's just what I play in video games because I'm a bit of a generic Viking myself. But there is something about a kind of 1,000-yard stare old man with an axe that just really embodies, oh god, he's going to kill us while we sleep. Oh, there. I don't know if anyone's spotted in the distance, pretty much directly ahead of me where my axe blade is, but that man was T-posing and fell from the sky. I don't know if it's the way I have this set up, or the fact that this game could use a slight... Oh well, there was a tooltip warning me about my bag the whole time, and I just forgot it because I was being a meth dealer. Haha! These hyena sounds absolutely wig me out. They are horror movie nightmares. Or just Zoidberg going whoop, 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 whoop. Ow! Oh, the death animations. How I adore them. Okay, time to steal some hyena stuff. And, oh god, I am gonna die. Oh my lord. Well, teach me to roleplay a character who sells everything. Oh, old Betsy too. You will legitimately actually get me enough money to buy the bandages I need to live another second. But did I? Yep, of course I dropped my... left my bedroll behind, because I am a genius. These butterflies mark safe places to camp, which is of interest. I didn't cover that earlier because, again, screaming like a lunatic, but very, very useful once you get some of the better tents that let you up your recovery rate from sleeping in them or armor or any various things. This game is weirdly deep, considering... I admire it because they put all the effort into making the gameplay and immersion and everything great, even if it occasionally costs things like weird T-posing bandits and occasional leaping wolves. But yeah, I just... And also the fact that sometimes you have to hold F and sometimes you have to press it, and there is just no consistency as to why. Or at least that I've worked out yet. Okay, I sure hope you're selling bandages, because my blood is everywhere.
Greetings, friend.
I would very much... Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, this is how I die, I guess. But I have enough gold to pay off this. Oh, yeah, the society you live in. It's a nightmare. It's just the worst. I am saddled with the debts of my ancestors for sketchy-ass reasons, to be completely honest. And as you path through the story, you do get the option to not betray all these people, because you're still ultimately kind of doing an average save-the-world thing, but you can leave them behind in the dirt, and it's what I always do, because they are peasant fanatics, and I loathe them. Right. I'm going to go to bed for a couple of hours until all my hyena blood comes back. Everything you equip has a durability, that's why I tend to tag a little bit of repairing onto my rest. Also, because resting in your own house automatically fills with food and water, so it's the most reasonable place to do it. There is a punishing health, water, stamina, heat and cold, like full survival mechanics in this game, which I may get to demonstrate. It's one of the reasons I've kept my dress, other than the fact that it just kind of makes me laugh, and I think I suit it. In hot environments you need hot weather clothing, in cold environments you need cold weather clothing, but even that can't always save you, so you quite often find you're drinking like 40 pints of water while running across a desert screaming and crying. Speaking of screaming and crying, has anyone seen the woman I owe an awful lot of money to? Because I haven't. Oh, that might be her. Someone with a fearsome hat, anyway. Wow, I have to talk to you.
Friend.
I may have something for you.
Lend me your ear.
Apparently, I have an unusual item.
I'm always interested in curiosities.
I don't. I lied to you.
What have you got? I'll see you.
Peace. See you later. Right. So I could. No, that's throwaway bag. That's not right. That's it. Hold on. There we go. Rissa. Well, I would happily give it to Rissa, but where is Rissa? She was outside my house for a little while, but then I got pecked to death by a bird. Hello? Dat lady? Hello? Chat, please, God, help. Where has she gone? Ooh, that is nearly my mark. So, that lady. Oh my god, I'm gonna have a stroke running around like this. Oh, she might be up here. I do seem to recall taking great joy in robbing her house once. Is this it? Bizarre, like I can remember so much of this game from the first time I played through it. But there you are, you're sitting with this weird swordfish motherfucker and half a whale. Oh, no wonder.
Greetings. How go your efforts? You have a way to make that payment.
Here you
and
go.
on time, too. I'm impressed.
I have looted the chest upstairs. It was the first thing I did. I just love robbing people in this game.
I'll see that this money gets to the families
Thank you,
that
the
need it
Oracle, for the
most.
tip. I will go and see if it is refilled.
Oliel and Izan are leaving Ciezo.
Ah, yes, Oliel and Yazan. Yazan goes to join being a badass, and Oliel goes to join a cult.
Oliel is leaving to go join the holy mission of Elat.
Cult. Good. Fuck you. She was born in such an advantageous family. You mean one you didn't cripple with debt until they look like this at 23? You monster.
A blood price has been declared upon his bloodline. Roland fell asleep on duty.
Yeah, so there's a dark history between Yazan and his brother.
This is unacceptable.
Good decision on his part. You are terrible people. No, I literally saved people's lives, and you still had me give you money. We'd all be roaming cannibal bandits killing other like animals. No, that's not how debt works, lady. You are just a monster.
Come back once you've said your goodbyes to them.
See you in hell, I'm stealing your chest. Well, stealing from your chest. Either way, that sounds bad. I regret saying that. Loop, 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 loop the chest. Hope this is... it's not refilled. Gutted. Got my date with death. See, you even have all of this art, and all of this whale, and you charge me 150 gold? That is the price of 75 jars of jam, and you couldn't just let me off? You were going to steal my whole house for the price of 75 jars of jam. I ought to show you. Any opportunities for crime? No, down in that basement the way's locked until you can prove something dark side. Right. The story of this game is actually super excellent, so I'm going to try and skip a bit of it. I know that sounds counterproductive, but the whole Ol Gillespie thing earlier on has sort of derailed any seriousness you probably could have gained from this playthrough. So I'm just going to go and show off a little bit of the gameplay, the combat and everything, and then probably play until I next die. I need to get an early night, and, well, might just go and see what's happening in the streaming world elsewhere, so probably go until somewhere around 9:30. But yeah, I fancy playing around with the combat a little bit. I really do like the combat in this, and I'm hoping I can just steal myself some really dope armor for the next time I play. Huh. Persistent corpses. I don't actually remember that. I remember T-posing corpses and corpses that turned into horrible monsters when they died, but that's kind of cool. What I'm actually going to try and do is, there is a really interesting little cave just near this, well, trellis ahead of me, and inside is a bunch of quite powerful monsters for this level, but also some good loot. So I'm going to go and steal as much of that as I can without dying. If anyone has played the original Morrowind, Elder Scrolls 3, I get huge vibes of that from this, because it is very... There are quests and there are things you can do, but... Oh, the map! Literally probably my favourite thing about this. You are not marked on the map. You have no idea where you're going. You just have to know... So I left from here, and then I kind of followed this path. So I think there's a bridge on my right, so I'm pretty sure I'm coming up here somewhere. But if you can't keep track, you will get lost, and quite often you will freeze to death eating raw, like, tubers from the ground, hoping not to die. It's also kind of... The graphics are a little bit old school, but they're stunning just on the scale of them. Not my face. My face is a haunting goddamn nightmare, but... gathering hot tar with my bare hands. Yep, this is the Troglodyte Cave, in case it didn't give it away. Oh yeah, there's also a really good crafting system with like manticore tails and weird spear demons and stuff. That's kind of fun. I don't have a pickaxe. Well. Well, that randomly did me a solid. How do I light a two-handed weapon? I don't have a backpack that you can attach a lantern to yet, so I'm going to be fighting in the dark a lot. Yeah, another interesting system about this, your lantern or your light sources have to go somewhere, so while two-handed weapons probably deal the most damage, they are offset by the fact that you just can't see shite. I'm going to try and fight you. See if I can demonstrate how boss I am. Most of these guys' weapons are poisoned, which is incredibly frustrating. Die! Ha! Oh no, that one wasn't. I redact my statement. But some of them are poisoned, and getting poisoned at this point, especially because I sold my antidote for booze money, will kill you. The status ailments in this are brutal. 16, 14. No, thank you. I'll keep it until I need to throw it away. Got your standard standard RPG mechanics for weapons. Damage is damage. Impact allows you to stun people and is arguably in some ways more important. Because if you can break someone's guard, you just get to wail on them while they're down. And my execution ability deals significantly more damage if they're on the ground. I think it's you. Yes. Yes, thank you, corpse. Ooh, time to... Goodbye. And goodbye. Yeah, being overweight in this game will get you killed instantly, and the weight restrictions are savage. Which, again, I actually quite like. It forces you to consider your build and what weapons you want to use, what armor you're wearing, everything along those lines. So I know in here somewhere... Mushroom! Now that lady who wanted odd things, I will sell her a mushroom shield. After I kill this guy. Oh. I'm gonna say it again. It's rapidly becoming my catchphrase, but the combat in this is very Dark Souls, which is why I like it. A lot of dodge rolling, a lot of paying attention to stamina bars, not getting hit by status element effects, that kind of thing. But it's also just got a very unique... I mean, the fact that you could just be a jam manufacturer, or a merchant, or a water trader in some cases. Well, not really a water trader, but like a liquids and commodities trader. Running the desert paths. Oh, I am not paying attention, and I was just... Oh good, he has friends. Bye guys, bye. Thank you, bye. Yeah, no, thanks for that, that's great. Yeah, we'll catch you later. Cool. Amazing. Amazing. I think it's this way. That ain't right. Oh, that ain't right! Well, you all just, you can... This seems fine. This seems fine. This is fine. This is fine. Bye, guys! Oh, it also has the very immersive, or at least I find, system of overweight doesn't equal immediately just stopping stock still in your tracks. It's a scalar system, so you can go partially overweight and still be fine. Or not fine, as it's shown from the fact that my heart's about to explode, but still move and move until you get to a too high a point. I think this is a mistake too. Good. Love it. Love this. Well, stealing those. Oh, that was a really bad idea. Equip. Run. Now. Psych. And I think this is the way out. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I'm free. I'm free. So yeah, that's a good part of this game that I really just cements that kind of... Ooh, I'm going to sell this. Sorry, I keep cutting myself off. It really cements for me the role-playing factor of it, because I can just do anything that I want with very, very few limitations. I mean, other than the genre limitations. That mountain up ahead to the kind of southeast centre of the screen right now is called a Conflux Mountain. It's where you get magic. Magic is only attainable if you complete a surprisingly hard quest, actually, and sacrifice a portion of your health for mana. So while mages are surprisingly powerful, they also it really feels like an achievement when you finally get hold of some magic. I mostly just ended up using a lot of passive buffs to make them more resistant to weather and things, but it was fun. I definitely was glad I got just a little taste of the magic. I will continue to grab jam ingredients whenever I see it. Jam is still my number 1 motivation. And the value of signposts. Yeah, there's the Conflux Mountain. It's pretty. I might try and climb that. If I can get there up there at night, it is stunning. In fact, I may just climb a mountain and camp away an evening under the stars, because one thing this game does, like very few other in the gaming history, is day-night cycles. Highly controversial opinion, I'm not a huge Skyrim fan. I actually found it quite boring and fairly easy, even on the ridiculously high difficulties. And the combat... Whoops! Murdered a gate, sorry about that. I don't know, it's not my jam, really. That had wonderful environments. The Witcher 3, another one, which I am completely enamoured with, in contrast. I love that game, and may stream it at some point. I'm running it with a bunch of mods, so could be kind of interesting. The tiredness is growing on my old bones. Thank God I get to keep my light. Oh, the lighthouse, the whole, the really interesting mechanic that starts this game. This will be taken away if you miss that 5-day quest. And it's real easy to do if you get knocked out a couple of times. And then you just have no house. You've got to leave or hope that you can keep up a constant income to feed yourself and clothe yourself and everything. This game is savage as hell. I should go over teas very quickly. Also, another cool thing, you need teas to recover your burnt stamina, recover from indigestion, that kind of thing. So potions are useful, but I probably ended up using significantly more just teas and tinctures and things like that. Slap a bit of oil in there. Oil is used to refill your lanterns. Again, everything just has a place and a system, and I really appreciate that in the game. Even the camping, sleep is... Again, here isn't really a problem for me, but if I was not in a safe place, I would need to guard against ambushes. But when I was... The more time I spend repairing, time is still passing along, so that will up my chances of being ambushed. So I might have to put more guard time in, but then that will increase my hunger and thirst, or my need for... if I'm camping in a cold environment, I might get colder or too hot. It's just fun. Interesting. I like to sleep until the time I would probably wake up in real life, so a little bit after the dawn's had the glow worn off it. Again, I do find myself just role-playing the hell out of this game quite often. Hence my earlier psychosis. Let's go. But I'm hyped about this halberd, actually. Oh, I am going to have to take my hat off, though, because... oh, that's really good. Can we get away? Oh, those eyes. Oh, those eyes. Nope, sorry. Elderly Soul Patch is too much fun for me. Let's go and sell some stuff. And again, I think I might be able to demonstrate this here. The weird, or not weird, the interactions with things that aren't really noted down. I found the first time I played this through, I had a little whiteboard and then a notebook by my PC just to help me keep track of what I was doing, what I was, where I'd met interesting people who'd said things. Even Yazan's little chest with the moon commanding the stars and him having some gear to help you out. It is never recorded. You just have to hope that you can find it and then hope that you remembered the puzzle. Because otherwise you don't get the reward.
Greetings, friend.
So I have this unusual item.
I'm always interested in curiosities.
I could have sworn you could give her this thing. Oh, that's really sad. Oh well. Guess I'm a mushroom man now. No, I mean... Huh, I could have sworn you could give her that. I'm sorry in advance, that was dumb of me. I don't apologise in advance, I apologise backwards. Retroactively. Okay. Well, I'm going to go and dump my mushroom in my chest, and then we'll go out on another adventure. No, actually, I think what we'll do is we're going to go into that place down there, indicated by the tip of my axe, and randomly fight some bandits who might be there. Because if memory serves, they have some weirdly good loot for this level. My previous build on this was a sword and shield, kind of very defensive person, because this game is punishingly hard at times. So I'm currently trying a bit more of an aggressive two-handed, well, jam artisan. Primarily he is a jam lord, but second to that, he is a two-handed aggressive weapon dealer. Also, the little red bar currently in the top right, or very small white, very large red bar, is how much nutrition, how long this item has before it goes off. So items, you even have to keep track of whether they're going to rot in your inventory, and it makes the whole journeying and travelling, which is a huge part of this game, quite interesting. There is no fast travel anywhere, except I think 2 scripted quest events, where you would just be wasting time if it didn't let you fast travel. So if you were to go from the desert states to the top of the mountains, you have to plan a 4-day march. You have to bring all the food, all the water, all your gear. If you're relocating your base, I had to make like 4 trips just carrying armour, and I left or sold most of my things. So I love that the game kind of forces you to really know what you want, really like, well, focus basically. Like I know I keep saying focus, but it's a very tight game. It doesn't allow you to be a kind of RPG horde monkey. But I do want this. Now this is a problem as well. Well, not really a problem. Like, it actually does make perfect sense, but
Is there something
if you change your backpacks, you will drop everything that was in the old backpack. And while that's fine, it's sort of just a slight slowdown. As you can see now, my carry weight has gone up because I've got a bigger backpack. There's also a great little note. Money has a significant weight in this game. 100 coins have a combined weight of 1, which doesn't seem like much, but when you're running around with a couple of thousand, that can really slow you down. So I quite often in this game end up turning all of my money into gold blocks or gold ingots, which is just fun. Like, the amount of wealth you feel running around with 10 gold ingots for sundry expenses is super cool. So yeah, I'm just going to play around for a little bit. I may go and see if I can get the blue sand off this beach. I have played a lot of this game, and I think I've done... This is my 3rd character in the starting area. The 2nd character I played has, as I say, completed the whole game, and I am probably going to go through it again on one of the different paths without revealing too much, because hopefully some of you may want to go and play this or may go and check it out. It's on sale on the Humble Bundle as the day this is streaming, and for I think 3 or 4 days. I'm not affiliated in that in any way, I just like supporting charity and I love this game, so take that as you will. But I love the idea that people might think I'm affiliated. There's like 6 people watching, all of whom are incredibly welcome and valued, but I guess I'm not really a household name is what I'm saying. My legs! Oh, bird! Good. Ow! Oh, hey! Yeah, you better run. Oh, that's good. So another thing I quite like about this is they're constantly patching it, even now, and as I say, DLC has just been announced, which is why I'm hoping there will be another bit of a resurgence and interest in this game, because you can play it 2-player, which me and my partner have done a heck of a lot of, and I loved that, because we had very different focuses. I was a lot more combat-y. I went through the whole Heroic Kingdom of Levant, which is kind of a combat-y, meat grindery missions towards the end. So I specialised a lot in combat, she was the world's greatest merchant, so she was just fantastically wealthy, and I kind of just ended up being a bodyguard, which was fun, because it meant that I wasn't just fighting and killing things that I knew I could beat easily. I was having to change up my playstyle and be a bit more defensive and a bit more kind of tanking hits rather than I like dodging and rolling and Bloodborne style combat personally. That was a really weirdly long tangent. I forgot why I started. Oh, there was some blue sand around here. I have played this game before. I know about blue sand. That's where I was coming from. I think it only comes out at night, so this might be a pointless expedition. But it is A, very valuable, and B, can be used to make something. I can't remember what that something is rightly yet. I left my harpoon behind. Damn it. Oh well. But primarily it's just worth a bunch of money, so it's a really good starting resource if you are struggling with the 150 gold debt, which you probably won't, but it can be a little bit intimidating when you're also trying to learn the bloody game. If you come down here at night, you will see little glowing patches of sand. Steal the sand, sell the sand. Job's a good one. Also, that guy there, hugely worth saving. He's only alive for the first couple of days. I can't remember the exact cut-off point that he starts to die at, but it's quick. If you rescue him, you get a writ of tribal favour. You can write off your debt with one of those, but I 100% wouldn't. You can save it, and it comes in useful later. Not again, no spoilers, not to kind of come into anything, but keep hold of that and use it in a bit. If you follow the right quest pathways and stuff, but equally, it's so easy to make 150 gold in this game. As you saw, I mean, I could have done it with jam in 5 days. I just figured, I mean, funny as it is to be like a humble jam farmer, I don't think anyone's going to watch me make jam for literally 2 straight hours. So, jams are good. Okay, this sand definitely only comes out at night as well, so apologies there, I am a fool. But I think there's something around the end here, so I might be able to at least sharp up more of the combat. And who doesn't like watching this old man's sandals flap on the ground? Plus I can show off this cool little something very peaceful about this music and just spending a little running around time. Do I fight the shrimp? These are always the enemies that just absolutely kick my ass first time through. I feel like I would die, but I also feel like that shouldn't bother me. The shrimp is going to be distracted. Just strike him down from behind. So I was going to say I love how relaxing this game feels, but now I'm fighting a shrimp with an axe. No, hyena! No, 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 no! Yes! Stunned! This is where the stun thing comes in. Now I can wail on him, and he dies! Ow! Drop the bag, drop the bag, drop the bag, drop the bag. Whoa! There were 2 of them. Clever girl. Now. Time to check something. You can't stand up anymore. The very act of breathing is becoming difficult. Pain racks my body as my consciousness fades. You awaken to the sight of this same huntress who's trying to pour water in her mouth. I'm presumably being waterboarded for where I left my backpack. Leading with her, you manage to hobble back to Cherzo, more dead than alive. She refuses payment and leaves you with a firm pat on the shoulder. My middle name's Pat. Well, Patrick, but... Oh! Shrimp bludgeoned me. Okay, so I don't lose my backpack. That was something early on in this game. There were a couple of bugs, and one of them was that your backpack would occasionally fall through the earth and you would lose everything forever. But they patched that out many, many moons ago. Because I picked this up very, very soon after I was playing, I have a deep-seated and emotional panic response to losing in combat. I do like the death system, actually. That rescue result I get is one of a bunch of things that can happen around this area. And as you go to different areas, different things will happen. But one of them is death. You just straight die, and you have to go back and start again. So being saved isn't the default state, or sometimes you will be kept prisoner by bandits. I appear to be snowing. I think that means I'm concussed, but I choose to assume it means that I have been infected by the spirit of Christmas. Oh, I'll see if I can demonstrate my There we are. So my gear's not that badly damaged, just a little tiny bit, but if I now stab my bed to death because I keep confusing E and F. It's been a long day. If I slap a point of repair on there, and then let's rest until nighttime, because I'm going to get that sand. Hopefully, yeah, there we go. So all my gear is now repaired and equipped and done as standard. So let's just drop. Oh, hold and tap. Wow, I've not eaten enough food in this game. Okay, let's just get rid of this. This and this. Let us see what's going on. This is what I was talking about. The sky in this game is stunning. I don't know why it's... I mean, presumably because it's vastly less graphics to render a still sky scene like that than it is to render everything else, but the contrast between the sky and the rest of the game makes up for a significant amount of the kind of old-schooly graphics of this game. But again, I don't play this game for the graphics, I play it very much for the experience and the joy of just wandering around. And I strongly advise, if you are this kind of gamer, like, try and come into this with a bit of your own story come to mind. Whether that be a mad, jam-obsessed old man hoping to take vengeance on the people who wronged him, or, you know, something less clinically insane. Jam. Also, this cooking mechanic is something I'm a big fan of for the immersion's sake. It works the same...
friend.
Excuse me. Ooh, trader boots. Good armor. Can I afford any of this? If I buy jam, I can. So the reason I'm buying this is it gives me a pouch bonus. The clothes have really interesting effects in this game, in that a lot of them will really, really alter your playstyle. So I end up quite often wearing the Master Trader garb because it ups my movement speed massively. Is this... I should probably keep that. Sorry, can pause it forward mode. Yeah, but if you want to cook in the wild, you have to build a campfire, put a cooking pot on it, cook in the cooking pot, and then remove it. Or if you don't have the cooking pot, you can only cook really, really simple single ingredient recipes like grilled meat and fried eggs, possibly, or something like that. Baked eggs. So it makes you think about whether I want to take the weight allowance to put on that little bit of extra for a cooking pot. Or if I want to do alchemy in the field, do I want to be carrying an alchemy set around that I can then put on a fire? Or should I leave it at home? Ditto for things like mining. Salt lets you preserve food into travel rations, which are needed to make longer journeys because they don't rot. I wonder if I can get to one of the transit mechanics. Oh no, I can't because I have no food. I'll just starve and die. I'm a genius. I have gone the wrong way on auto. So, previously when I used to play this, I had a base in this city, and I wanted to take it all to the Desert Realm, which is probably a 40-minute walk out of, like, in real time. So I slapped on a entire podcast season on my headphones, turned the game down just enough that I could hear threats incoming, and memorise the route between the two places. And I ran it like a pack mule, over and over again, because I wanted my new base in my new home. I was rewarded with a house for reasons I won't get too much into. And it was great. Like, I really just enjoyed the fact that I couldn't zip backwards and forwards with a full inventory. I had to plan the journey and go like, right, I need this armor, I don't need this anymore, I'll sell that, I'll convert that all to gold ingots. And I had to find traders who still had gold ingots because the economy was crashing because I was way too rich for the starting town. I keep making hand gestures wildly off camera. Assume they're sane. Oh my god. Your eyes, sunshine. Fight time. A stance. You bought a friend. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh god. We got to end this quickly. Stamina regeneration is also directly inverse to the weight you're carrying, so dropping my pack makes me a lot quicker at regenerating stamina as well as using it. Highness, stop making me bleed! You are the worst! As I said, everything is quite punishing in this. Almost all significant slashing impacts will make you bleed. Almost all attacks from a poisonous creature will poison your ass, so... well, watch yourself if you're going to play a combat class, but also, it's very fun. I think I pressed loot all, or... yeah. My autopilot skills are kicking back in. Unfortunately, I'm used to being the literal champion of several cities, plate mail armoured, absolute badass, and I'm now an elderly man in sandals with a stolen axe I found on a corpse. The face of a man you can trust. Just not that much. Let's see if I can do a quick blue sand run here. This sounds like a speedrunner tactic. Oh, bottom left of my screen, I'm getting cold. This is one of the reasons I kept this armour, because it has a higher cold resist, and nights are colder, which is a great little feature. So I think... whoop, slide, shouldn't have done that. I'm fine. Oh, there's also a tidal cave over here, which is only accessible... it would be at night, actually, yeah, because the tide is out. So as you can see, there's actually more of the beach to explore when the tide's out, which is great. It's just a very... the world feels alive. It kind of feels more like you... I mean, it's in the description of the game. You are not a hero, you aren't the chosen one, you aren't fated, you're just some idiot who needed money. And if you choose to be the fated one, you can try and make that happen, but I hope you have a lot of money. I'm beginning to think they have removed this sand, or I have completely hallucinated 3 playthroughs, because I'm sure there was valuable sand around here. But the more I say that, the more it sounds like the fever dreams of a madman. Please, God, chat or comments if anyone has played this game and knows if I have not got sand madness. No, I see it. I see it in the distance. Right about where my axe is wiggling. Sand madness. Oh. Fuck you, the sky. Fuck you. Those crickets are back. Sand! I'm not insane. Ooh, sand and a little gem. Okay, now we've settled that to the satisfaction of the voices inside my head. I'm going to see if I can get any more of this delicious sand. This probably isn't too much of a thing. The sand is, as I say, one, it's valuable, but there's also a suit of armour you can get using it quite early on, which is some of the best armour you will get if you want to be a very tanky, heavy boy. Person. Which I initially tried, but I got tired of and ended up just wearing merchant's armour and getting really, really good at the combat, which I realise doesn't show now, but it's been like 8 months. Give me a break. I think there's one more sand around here, but I don't want to mess with... I must loot that corpse. That corpse calls to me. I really can't tell if these are crickets or a car alarm going off outside my house. I live in a crimey-ass neighbourhood, so anything is possible. Right. I would like you to leave now. I would like you to... Could you stop? Camper! Right. Stick and move, boy! Ha, okay, that's exploitable. Yeet. Let's do this. Ow! I forgot I could do that. Aye. So, you will notice I'm fighting like a massive coward, but each one of these hits takes so much health off me, and I don't have much to spare. Hup. Oh, tired and dying, tired and dying. Right. Hit him with a big move. Didn't help. I might hit him with a teep kick, Clarence. Whoop! Ah, you hit me with that. Did you give me a concussion, you son of a bitch? Yeah, so that's why I don't fight that much. Early on, those shrimps are just devastating. Yay, waterboarded by a random stranger. She brings me back. My meat is rotten. No, I was unconscious for so long. You want to buy some meat?
Greetings, friend.
You can have my seaweed. You can have my husk. I'm not selling you that yet because it's just a more portable version of something. But all this crap is yours. That's going to go off soon anyway. Again, you will note, it's very difficult to be a hoardy monkey. I do want that. I do very much want that. It is just a cool hat. So... Yes! I have to wear this hat a lot because it reminds me of Kenshi, which is another weird kind of indie game that I have a huge fondness for. It's another, you start off as just some random nobody and you try and make good game, but it starts as one player and you rapidly build up a squad. It kind of feels a little bit like the very early Fallouts, but real time with pause, and it's phenomenal and punishingly hard. I mostly completed that game, well, not completed that game, I'm nowhere close to completing the game, but I've got as far as I have by ruthlessly training all new recruits in my party to do things like strength training, which basically involves having them fill their packs with rocks and run backwards and forwards like idiots. Great fun. Let's see if I can make a travel ration with these mushrooms. Oh, I'm bleeding to death. Yeah, I've been bleeding to death a lot. So... bother. So I think this will make a grub mushroom. Yeah. And that will make a boiled berry. Love it. Bit of an exploit there, but if you are rapidly about to have some of your food rot, you can always quite easily, you can cook it right at the end of its lifespan and it will refill to full. I'm going to go to bed though because that shrimp cut me deep. Oh well, I stole his sand. No, that's probably not enough. As you may be able to notice as well, my maximum health and maximum stamina are dropping as I'm going through things. God damn it, my maximum health still isn't full enough. So I'm going to sleep for another hour. This little red bar down here. And that's where the being quite cautious in the combat came in, and why I ended up using a shield so much in the final build, just because I could beat any monster one-on-one, even most of the bosses, but it was just a grueling, very trial of stamina and endurance. It was a marathon, not a sprint, the combat, and I really appreciate that. I'm just an enormous Soulsborne fanboy, so anything that even bears striking similarities to that has my love. But this system does it incredibly well because it mixes a combat system I have a great deal of fondness for with an environment that just sucks me in, and hopefully some of you all as well. I think I've had a few viewers hanging around for over an hour, so ideally that's probably testament to the game, let's face it. Yeah. Sorry, I know I'm compulsively gathering berries, but I feel like I owe it from the title of the stream to at least produce one small unit of jam with reasonable regularity. Is this another... Oh, this is the pitchfork. yeah, also starting people, if you do end up picking this game up, or if you have it but haven't given it a try, or kind of got a bit baffled by the fact that someone stole your house for non-payment of debts 5 minutes in, there is loads of stuff scattered around this starting area that you can abuse and get your hands on to give you an easy start. Okay, one for the stream title. Why my cauldron is filled with molten lava as standard, I don't really know. Possibly it's fondue. Ah, I miss fondue. God, that was the most middle class thing anyone has ever said. I can't eat dairy, so I think I've only had fondue once, but the concept of fondue was something that always appealed to my very British nature, and fills me with sadness that I can no longer have the option to dip bread in molten gooey cheese. Oh, bad times. Right. Gonna give this at least probably another 20 minutes, so I mean, if anyone has anything they'd like to I should go and talk to people and get quests. Nah, don't care. I'm gonna go and check out this mountain. Oh, another thing about this, there's no level up system. You don't get XP for any reason. You can buy training from professional skill trainers across the world who will increase some of your things, but that's about it. So they can... Ooh, what is that? Where? Hey, whoa! Bro! Do you not see my hat? Drop! Alright, let's dance. Break the stamina. There we go. Yeah, so you can visit a skill trainer and learn new things, new abilities, everything like that, but you cannot just grind until you're more powerful, which I personally just found really fun because it meant areas like this were always a challenge until I hit. Ooh, I can make a bandage. Oh, thank God. Sorry, I'm bleeding super badly. There we go. I'm gonna eat my boiled berries as well. Yeah, it doesn't... You don't grow out of areas in the progress of the game. You feel a very strong sense of character evolution, which I really enjoy. So I'm going to go and quickly check out the Conflux Mountain, see how far I can get up it, and once I drop dead trying to do that, I'm probably going to call it a night. Yeah, I've got about 15 minutes, and let's fight these guys. You know what, I can get the drop on them. I've got my new hat. Gentlemen, defend yourself. Ow! Gosh darn it. So I am playing this a bit dumb at the minute, as you can probably tell, but it's surprisingly hard to focus between this and streaming, and also bandits are best dealt with by just spamming a really heavy weapon if you've got enough impact. I'm going to start leaving arrows, I don't really need them. And I'm just going to eat that jerky. Delicious. I never actually picked up Sam. I always had a better weapon by the time I came across it, so I might check that out. Go back to my backpack. And there's the mountain. There's also occasionally a roaming trader around here, and I really hope he is there, because he sells some wildly good items. Let's see. Come on. I want the Master Merchant garb. Oh. You any good? No, you suck really badly. As do you. Well. Yes, I'm aware anyone who's played any old RPG knows that the more things you drop on the ground will rapidly and inexorably increase the load on your GPU, but I'm pretty sure there's a good loading system in this game that gets rid of them quite quickly. That or I'm just going to explode halfway into the game, I don't know. Oh, there's also, probably should point out, there's a trap system in this game where I can set a tripwire and pop an incendiary charge on it and just blow the hell out of someone. It's great fun, but I always neglected to use it with my first character. Or my first main character. I suppose because there are skills that make it wildly effective. Oh, I've entered a new area, you will note, because it looks stunningly beautiful and different, and I love the area design in this game. Good job, visual designers. Graphics are not everything, it's the effort you put into using. Sorry, trap build. Yeah, you can get these amazing skills that let you just blow everyone up before they even know you're there, but I don't know. I managed to get a sword made of light that made me a kind of medieval Jedi, and that was just cooler and more what I wanted to do. So I never did that. What I'm currently doing in the minute is wildly ignoring a big chunk of the storyline. Primarily because I honestly really think anyone who is watching this and is a fan of this kind of game, even remotely, should give it a try. However, if you're interested, I would be happy to hear in a comment or anything, and I would maybe go back, make a do a little story recap, maybe some highlights that cover what's happened so far, and go through this game actually following one of the path lines, because having played it again even briefly, I've just remembered how much I adore this game. I'm also playing The Witcher 3 in my spare time at the minute, so I'm in a big open world fantasy drag right now. Be happy to stream that as well if there's any drive for it. My first turnip. Don't know why they didn't call them turnips, because that isn't copyrighted Deep Silver, but you know, it's a fantasy realm, it's cool. So right at the top of this mountain, guarded by an asshole, is a magical sword. And I have just realised that, with the time being what it is, I'm going to make it my mission to go and get that magical sword. And not get eaten by dogs. Oof, I shouldn't have run up this hill. Oh, I'm so tired. Don't fall. Stupid. Right, playing a little bit more cautiously now because I want that sword. It's useless in its current state, but combined with 3 of the magical items in the game, or mundane, weird, miscellaneous items, it becomes a very powerful magical artifact. Which I just kind of found fun. Or not even a particularly powerful one, just a really nice looking one. And again, I'm very much an aesthetic player in this game. Almost any weapon can take you straight through to the end of the game if you learn dodging and timing and actually carry even one bandage with you at any point in time. Which I don't, because I don't hold with such things. I think I can actually show a state. Oh. Keep throwing that away like an idiot. Where are we? There we go. I'm wet. And cold and everything. Yeah, this looking to the future quest would be where I should realistically be going right now, but I'm not. So, heck with it. Let's pop. You want? No, actually, I really need armor against these guys. They will beat me to death. But hell or high water, I'm gonna get that sword. Well. No, archers are bad. Archers are bad. No archers. No archers. No archers. How did you do that? I don't appreciate this. Ooh, iron sword though. I'm gonna steal that off you. Well, oh. Okay, this is a cool place to end because I've just been beaten into a coma and put in prison. Ah, yes. Your eyes open to the sight of a Kazakh woman pointing a sword right between your eyes. You're in no state to resist. She binds your hands and blindfolds you, forces you to march. You hear bandit activity loud all around you. I love it. Just hear the concept of banditry. Your captor boots you into a cell and slams cold iron bars behind you. Here's how it goes, slave. Work when you tell you to, and you got food and water. Refuse to work, and it's the hole with ye. So yeah, now I am a slave. I have tattered clothing, bits of cloth, and scrap. And I have to work out how to get out of here, or literally just work. So I'm going to drink some river water because I am dying of thirst. Tastes like I might get a crippling disease. I get this pickaxe. I'm going to go and do where I belong. I'm going to go and work in a mine for... No! Thank you. No. But yeah, that is my first quick run through of Outward. I hope you'll enjoy it. I'm going to very quickly go and see if there is anyone online to raid. But I really appreciate you all coming and hanging out. It was really lovely to hear from you, and thanks very much. Okay, thank you so much everyone for hanging out. It's been great fun. I'm going to go and quickly raid Gab, just for the sake of getting that raid in there, and also because I kind of like Failframe, to be completely honest. So, thanks for hanging out, and thanks for hanging out, even. Supposed to be an English major. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. I am hoping to stream possibly tomorrow night. If not, we'll be back to normal schedule on Friday or Sunday. I'll see how that goes. Check my socials for a bit more information.